Hi friends, I'm here with the first video of 2025. As you know, winter has come, the weather is cold, it's raining. The biggest problem of cars with sunroof. Water from the sunroof in winter. Clogging of sunroof expenses. First of all, if it is taken from column A or by luggage. Getting water from column C. Wetting the floors there. By the luggage pool or the driver. Wetting the carpet of the passenger side. Wetting of mats. Later too, oxidation of underarm plumbing. With the decay of the corrosion, canvas line failures in the vehicle, strange malfunctions on the way. It causes a lot of problems like leaving you on the road. Cars with sunroof are good. It's nice. It's refreshing for us. We see the sky. The inside of the car is bright during the day. We can give ourselves a romantic atmosphere in the evening. But there is a price. Sunroof expenses need to be cleaned. If these expenses are blocked, there are topics I just mentioned. A sunroof cleaner from China? I bought a spring wire-like material. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm telling you what I saw in the picture. I'll open it now. We'll see together later. This material is on the front of the vehicle. There are 2 sunroofs on the back. I will tell you the details later. From those expenses, we'll send this through those thin hoses. We will try to open the sunroof expenses completely. First, we can open it from top to bottom, even if there is a blockage. Bottom up 2-sided, by running mutually. I think we will open sunroof expenses. Without further ado, let's fold our sunroof back completely. I'll show you the expenses of sunroof and how to clean when my tongue turns with sunroof. How can we save car owners from these problems? I will tell you this. Let's get started. I have not come across a website that sells this in our country. Those parts are steel. Wire, but they insulated plastic outside, so that it does not damage the places it passes through. So that he does not hurt himself. After all, you know, steel wire works in the form of a roll. This part consists of fine hairs, very soft. When we send this through the sunroof drain hoses, the hoses need to go to the exit place. It had 2 dimensions. I bought it for 3 meters. You know my vehicle. Close to 5 meters. There should be a die around 480. Now let's try this 3 meters. Now we opened our sunroof. I'll show you this way. There is a wind curtain here. This is a spring part. When I download this, where the waters accumulate in that corner. Now I will mark this for you in the video. In this area, the left side has the right side of the left front. Later, there is an expense on the right front in this part, and the back right of those lines. And the left back side has the right sole expense. Left side come like this and go through the A column here, passing by the torpedo. I say it for my car. Behind the hood there is an exit on that side. Reaching here, when I had a problem with this last year. There is a closed plastic apparatus inside the hood. I put her picture now. I removed my hoods. I took off those plastic mouths over there. No more water accumulates anywhere, as it comes from above, starting to flow on my hood. Now let's try the apparatus we bought. The cleaning apparatus we now open. We're sending it through the hole here. Yes, friends, now to show you better. I removed the fuse board of the right side. Cover of the board. That round black hose you see ahead. Sunroof expense. It goes down from here. I'll show you with the light like this. The end of that expense. By connecting to the hole opposite here with that plastic hose from here. By connecting to the hole in the chassis opposite. From there it is thrown out from inside the hood. Open to the end of the hose. So what you see here, this is inside the black hose. Coming from there, it goes up here and starts over at sunroof. This place is completely open. The guide I sent can go all the way to the end. But I saw something like this through this hole. On the chassis. From the hole I just showed you. When I put my finger, it's full of soft materials. So I thought, what is this? Unfortunately, over time, I guess, the leaves that go into the hood of the car's chest over there. There, I feel like I'm full of leaves with such a handful of handfuls. So how do I clean it? Where can I get there? I don't know if I need to reach the engine job. I'll look at it so the water goes from the Sunroof. Water comes all the way down the sunroof drain. I can see it flowing from the hood from there. But there, of course, there are some leaves that block the flow of water. That way the leaves will accumulate in the trunk because there is no hopper. I don't think I'll have a problem there. But in the engine, it is obvious that the leaves accumulate. There is a place on the front chest. It must be cleaned. I don't know if it's like this in other cars, but definitely, they also know that the hose conveys water to the chassis. From the chassis, with the flow. There are places where the hood has expenses. I guess I'm talking about case groups for those DDR Volkswagens. My Touareg is like this, probably the same with other Volkswagen. I'm going to do a driver's side now. We'll look at the back later. Then I'll see how to clean the engine. If I need to disassemble a lot, I will explain it in a separate video. Now let's move on to you in the back. I can't show the same hoses because there is a metal rail on the inside of the ceiling. This falls under the floor, so unfortunately I can't show you this from here. This rail water. In this sloping part of the ceiling, imagine that they shape it like a pool with metal. By attaching a hose to the end of this pool, there is also the expense from here. They tried to give it through the hood, but so that you can see it. You need to hang the ceiling tile or something. Check is a detailed job, whoever does it, who can't. I won't show you that much detail. My luggage is open now. As you can see inside this area, a water dripping by the trunk. This place also has its own evacuation on the right and that side. A little later, remove these two pieces, or I'll rip one off and show you. This evacuation should also be open. Let the water flow from here and get it out of the vehicle. Don't get into that wick, to keep the water out and drain. Unfortunately, like a pine tree, thin-leaved trees keep the expenses here. I changed my sandwich last year. Well, I can even show you an example from here. As you can see, these are all the remnants of pine trees. They're clogging those thin hoses too. I already changed my sunroof wick last year. As you can see, it sits 0 to 0. So it's very difficult to pass water. I say it as 6 again. If you take care of the sunroof before entering the winter, if you lubricate the rails here with WD-40 or liquid wrestling, later, the fuse around sunroof. Make sure to squeeze a silicone spray. Silicone spray water. It keeps it in drops like this. He doesn't let the water in by creating an oily plate on it. And you are comfortable. The water does not get into the wick much, flowing out of the vehicle's hood. Surely, around the sunroof wick and grinding sides, I squeezed this silicone spray. It started raining, so I got under the trunk. This is how our luck was today. As you can see when we remove the plastic in this area. Unfortunately, these tree leaves stay here. Goes with tree leaves, and from the inside, he can't drain the water from here because it's clogged from the outside. This time your luggage. That sloping pool at the back is starting to fill with water. Later too, this time water fills the trunk from the back upholstery. This is another problem. Maybe this won't be so important. Of course, both are important. But the vehicle doesn't have much electronics here. But armpit installations, car airbags and comfort brains are also the main line. From the fuse boards here. It connects the front and back of the vehicle from the armpits. So is the driver's side. That's why it's more important that the carpet is dry. Car owners with sunroof, after very rainy days, lifting the car mat, make sure to check the carpet over there. If there is a moisture here, if there is a wetness, understand that your sunroof is blocked. You need to solve this problem immediately. If you don't notice this carpet, already a mold in your upholstery, a decay will occur. Because the plumbing works in water, short circuits will occur later. The cost of 1,000 pounds don't to change. And if you fall into the hands of the cruel masters, already wow. Now let's collect this part and look at the engine work. I wonder if we can clean the area where those leaves accumulate. Do our hands and arms reach there? See you. And when we open the hood, we see your hood from here. The leaves that go under it somehow find their way. It went under the front chest. This area. Same way under this wiper motor. Out there. We definitely need to reach and clean the ledge. There is a motor brain here. Maybe I'll show you better than here that gray piece. Part called engine contour EQ. Here are the leaves that need to be cleaned at certain intervals. Don't get on top of each other and rot there. Only this part of the job is harder. I don't know how to get there. And we may need to pull those wipers to reach this area. Well, the leaf comes as you hold it. Even though I can't hold it with my hand right now, the leaf comes as I hold it. That area must be cleaned. Oh, by the way, I had a complaint about Sunroof last year, but not this year. So actually I go to water Maison right now. But the sides that caught my eye, it's like a soft sponge I just told you about. Too many leaves have accumulated there over the years. 2006 models this vehicle, so here he is, 18, 19 years old. So for 20 years, I don't think anyone cleaned it in rude terms. As it is, the leaves may have become oil there now. Clean expense system. At most, you can give 500 liras, 1,000 liras to a master, but it will cost us more if we do not clean. Thank you for watching this much today. Goodbye.